If you're like me, you have a bunch of different products, all needing different chargers. I got tired of having to keep track of them all, so I opted to get the Kovol 120 watt Sprint USB-C charger that checks all the marks and comes with all the bells. So I only need one unit to charge all my devices instead of many units. They did send this over for review, but that will not bias my opinion in any way, shape, or form, as they are seeing this video at the same time you are. So let's get nerdy. But before we get into that, I'm not an expert. I did all the research on my own and likely got something wrong. You're welcome to correct me in the comment section down below, but do take everything that I say with a grain of salt, as the point of this section is to give you a high-level overview of the tech and not make you an expert. So let's get nerdy. It comes with two USB PD ports. PD stands for power delivery. I know, lots of thought was put into that one. Despite the mundane name, it is quite complex, as it allows a range of devices to charge quickly by allowing the charger and the device to communicate with each other so they can determine what the ideal amount of power can be pulled from the charger. This can vary between 5 and 20 volts. With a standard USB-C cable, it can handle up to 60 watts, or with a USB-C to USB-C cable, the eMarker chip or eMCA cable, it can handle up to 100 watts. But what the heck does an eMarker chip or eMCA cable mean? eMarker is short form for eMCA, which stands for electronically marked cable assembly, which has an electronic marker or eMarker chip that communicates a cable's characteristics, which include rating of cable, how much power it will transfer, length, passive or active, types of connectors, USB signaling, vendor ID, product ID, if it supports alternate modes, and vendor-specific protocols to the attached device and power charger, allowing the power delivery communication protocols to happen, such as role switching, alternate mode selection, and enhanced power options. Cool. So that was like a whole bunch of gibberish. This time, actually use words. This charger has fancy tech in it to provide the maximum amount of energy to charge your device as fast as possible while also protecting it from damage. But in order to get the full use, you need to use a specific cable with a smart chip in it so they can speak the same language and communicate with each other. Yeah, so that was pretty simple, right? It also comes with two USB-A 18-watt QC 2.0 ports. QC stands for quick charging, but other common terms are turbocharging, adaptive fast charging, and QC rapid charge. It is licensed from Qualcomm. It provides 5 volts, 9 volts, or 12 volts at 1.67 amps, 2 amps, or 3 amps. In other words, if your battery is really low, it will provide 12 volts, then taper off the closer it gets to 100% to help reduce heat and damage to the battery while still charging as fast as possible. The max wattage it can provide is 18 watts. Put simply, this should be able to charge most devices that support fast or quick charging without any issue. But QC 2.0 came out in 2014 and is now up to QC 5, making it quite dated. Since it is made from GaN, which stands for gallium nitride, which put simply is a semiconductor that is quite robust and has good thermal conductivity, preventing it from overheating easily while still performing well, means even with all 4 ports being plugged into the device, it will stay cool while being up to 37% smaller than typical 100-watt chargers. So just to show that off a little bit, here is the actual charger itself. Really basic. Obviously, you've got some branding on the side, and then on the front, you've got the QC and then the PD ports. And then this guy actually lights up when you have it plugged in. And on the back, you actually have an AC import or input, which is a little new with this here cable. Compare all of that to what I was using before, which this guy was a quick charge 3.0, so obviously 1.0 newer, but had 1 port on it. Then I had a 96 watt charger for one of my Apple devices, and then I had the one that actually came with my MacBook, which is a 30 watt. So you've got all of these 3. Technically, I could add another one of those, all fits in to one thing. And really, that's the main reason why I thought this would be a beneficial video, not only for you, but a beneficial product for me, which is why I decided to go forward with it. Otherwise, I would have said no. Last, it has Q-Pulse tech, which supports surge, overcurrent, overvoltage, short circuit, overcharge, and high temperature protection while having C2U, VUS, and CE safety certification, along with ROHS environmental certification, whatever that means. I'm going to be honest, I didn't actually look those up because I got tired of looking everything else up. Moving into the most important section, the testing. I tested this device on my iPad Pro 12.9 inch, 5th gen, iPhone 12 Pro, Apple MacBook Air, Dell Inspiron 7405, Google Nexus 10, AirPods, AirPods Pros, AirPods Max, Jabra Elite 7 Pro, Apple Watch Series 6, PS5 controller, PS4 controller, Xbox One controller, and multiple mice, and they all charged without any problems. The ones that support fast charging activated as such. Specifically with laptops, I was able to confirm the 100 watts. I was also able to charge multiple devices at the same time, and the device didn't overheat. But you do get reduced wattage as you are sharing it. Here's a little chart that goes over all the different wattage breakdowns depending on how you want to use it. I'll let you pause to take a look because going over this one by one would just simply take too long and I don't think is worth it. So moving on to the conclusion. Obviously, this has multiple use cases as it comes with 2 USB-A and 2 USB-C ports for a total of 4. All of them can be used in any way you can imagine, and the device will auto adjust to give you the fastest charge possible. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with USB cords at all, and with the QC and PD tech, you need to make sure that you're using the correct cords to get all the features to work correctly. The AC power cord is also unique but appreciated, as you can easily just put this on your desk and plug in cords whenever you need to. With it being low profile and small, it doesn't take up a whole lot of space, but it is quite hefty. But I don't have any issues with traveling with it. Last, I find it to be very attractive. So in the end, I think this is an excellent charger and definitely recommend it. You can find the Amazon link in the description below. Otherwise, I'll see you and your beautiful faces on the next one. God bless and peace out.